Hey guys, welcome to another video, and finally I am giving you a proper overview of my car. So just to recap, sorry about that, I'm out sort of in public. I'm trying to hide from people so they don't think I'm weird, and I'm at some bowling club somewhere. But yeah, anyway, as I was trying to say, it is a 1987 Nissan Skyline R31 Ti. Ti is a luxury model, and it's a Series 1 with a lot of stuff done to it. So let's have a squiz. So the last mod I did was I lowered it on King Springs. As seen here, it will quite easily pass your shoe test. It's got a lot of tuck, which is good. It's been freshly detailed, clay barred, waxed, washed, whatever. And looking at it now in the sun, I've missed some wax spots, and you can see on the black trim there is also wax there. I'm on my spare tyre at the front. Reason being is my R31 decided to die, as in go boom. I will put a photo up somewhere. At the front here, it's got a Series 3 front bar, and Series 1/2 everything else. That P plate next to the number plate there is because I'm a P plate driver, so I'm not allowed to drive turbo cars other than certain ones. Like, I believe there's Navara turbos, like the turbo diesels I can drive, 200 SX, S14 and S15s. It's strange, those laws, but you can't drive a Silvia. You can drive a 200 SX and they're the exact same thing. But thankfully the R31 is not turbo. I guess that's a bad thing actually, but you know, at least I can drive it. It's got stock exhaust pretty much, but I've got this chrome twin tip, which is a straight through muffler, which is pretty much a rear muffler delete. Gives it a nice note. Normal Skyline stuff, as in the hot plates and whatnot. Again, with the P plate, have to have it front and rear. At the back here we have my granny blanket, because they're pretty cool blankets. I like them quite a bit. Sticker from the dealership when it was new. Sticker from another dealership when it was second hand. Another sticker. This is my power antenna. It's WD-40 or something. It gets a bit stuck sometimes. I'm just going all over the place here, but Series 1 silhouette boot lip signed by the Moog himself. I met him at Mighty Car Mods Nationals down at Sydney. On garnish here, oh wow, it's dirty already. But yeah, the paint is terrible. I need to repaint it. Boot size or trunk size, it's fairly decent. I've still got the original Nissan key, along with 2 spares. It's pretty dirty. So down here we have some jumper cables, a bit of rope, a lot of dirt, power steering belt, oh sorry, not power steering, aircon belt. It's winter, who cares. S13 stocky, what is bald. That wasn't from me doing skids, I got that for nothing off my mate. So that's that. It's got central locking as well, which is pretty cool, and power windows and whatnot. So let's have a look in the back. Surprisingly, it didn't lock itself. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Quite roomy, I guess. I haven't had a lot of time in the back seat of this car. Standard R31 thing, that's broken. Like the door seal, just need to re-glue it. Got a armrest. It's got 4 speakers, 2 in the front under the door cards, and then 2 Pioneers. There were Pioneers all around underneath the blanket there. The blanket's there sort of because it's known as a grandma's car, so I was like, whatever. And plus, I'm out a lot at night, and it's winter at the moment, so that comes in convenient. Down here, at my center console, we have an ashtray with 20 cents in it. Then this I have disconnected because I took the center console out once to clean, like to vacuum under it. But yeah, you just put, the car came with headphones, brand new. I don't have them. I need to find some more, just, not that I'd ever use them, but, you know, reasons. We have a little storage compartment in the back of the driver's and passenger seat, covered in cat fur. Power windows at the rear with another ashtray, same with that side. It's quite old school, obviously. It's an old car, it's 29 years old. Here's the front. We'll go into the front and have a bit of a squiz. So obviously, being in Australia, it's a right-hand drive. So here's my drift spec steering wheel. It's better than the old one, let's face it. Check keys down there. So, got the 6-gauge cluster, which is found on the GXE Silhouette and TI. Again, this is a TI. I swear I heard someone say something. Anyway, so we have fuel gauge, voltage gauge, speedo, tacho, oil pressure and temperature. It has, well, this is slow zooming, 294,983 Ks on the clock. I'm Australian, not American, so it's Ks, not miles. Just thought I'd point that out. Got spare P plates down in the door card. I can still hear voices. The speaker's in there, the door's a bit squeaky, but whatever. A light. Again, power windows, window lock, all works. Believe it or not, it has cruise control, and that works. Then we've got hazards and all that sort of thing. Climate control, quite basic and simple, just dials. Then auto selector with power shift, which is pretty much just sports mode, cancels out overdrive, so just there, sports mode. It's a 4-speed automatic made by Jatco, and there's a random dog. Don't know if you can zoom faster. Look at the dog. Oh, okay, that's his ass. Thanks, dog. Oh, now you turn around. Yeah. Then we have my Sony head unit thing. It's not Bluetooth or anything, but it does the job. It's pretty good. Sort of, I need to dust the car, but it's got a carbon fiber look to it. So then the sticker came off my bonnet badge, but whatever. And handbrake, and keys, and got my phone, and there's a random dude. Okay, sorry about that, that was a dude. Must be the owner of that dog. Here we have a little compartment thing. When I had an iPhone, it was perfect, especially my 4S, it would fit perfectly in there. Galaxy doesn't. My handbrake, so yep. I need new brakes, so whatever. Inside the center console we just have CDs, fair few Nickelback ones. There's a Nirvana, Nickelback, Asking Out Alexandria. Then got some Eclipse mints, a lighter, some lip balm, and that's that. What else can we go over? So obviously down here we have the accelerator, brake, and just a blank footrest pedal thingy. Over here we have my glove box, and I got another Skyline badge, just to put it there in case I forget what I'm driving. Glove box full of crap. Here's pretty cool. It's only on the Silhouette and TI. Silhouette's a sports model, by the way. We have the clock, then down here we have the drive computer and power antenna options. So hold in select, and we can see that's how many hours I've driven since the battery was last disconnected. Distance still empty, so I got 386 Ks till I run out of fuel. Distance travelled. Average speed, yes, I know, it's mostly just city driving, so it's always stop-start, you can't really get up to speed. Instant fuel, I really don't know what that means, but it changes whenever you accelerate, get off the throttle and whatever. Average fuel, so I get 11.2 litres to the 100, which is surprisingly better than my mum's Ford Focus, which is a million times newer. And fuel used, just tells you how many litres of fuel you have used. And no, I don't have a 200 and something litre tank. I have a 60 litre tank, but it just, the more tanks you go over, if you know what I mean. And back to the time. Let's just get the car on the reds. So we have our old school lights. Just turn that off. Got your stop tail, which means if one of your tail lights are gone and you put your foot on the brake, that'll come up to tell you. It had your seat belt and low fuel. I don't have low fuel, by the way. Then on this side, a light to tell you if your brakes are overheating, your park brake, low oil pressure and low volts. The wiring's a bit funny, so power shift comes on there, then should have a door ajar. Okay, it doesn't want to come on. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. So that's how much fuel I have, if anyone was wondering. So let's put the hazards on and my headlights and go have a look outside again. Just in case it decides to lock itself. So yeah, you can't really see a lot because it's, you know, not dark. But yeah. Got another blinker on the quarter there. You can hear the relay ticking for the blinkers. It's on 15-inch TI alloys, by the way, wrapped in Bridgestone Potenza RE003s, which is, you know, way overkill for this car, but whatever, I don't really care. So there's a tail light, you can sort of see it's on, then, oh great, I don't know how that scratch got there, but there's now a scratch. Fantastic. Then another boot badge I have to replace, that one's a bit dodgy. And TI and 3 litre, it is a 3 litre straight 6, so let's have a squiz at the engine. Pop the bonnet. So I have to put the camera down for a sec. Okay, so it's got the Japanese raising flag, raising sun, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we ran out of paint, so got to finish it eventually. Here we have a high performance battery. I swapped my Xbox 360 for this actually. It's a 540 CCA. So there, high performance. Straight 6 RB30E. It goes alright. It's the same engine as the VL Commodore. Obviously, being an RB, it's a Nissan engine. Maintenance wise, I service it every 3 months or 5,000 Ks with Penrite 20W50, I believe. The timing belt and all drive belts have been replaced. Coolant has been replaced. Power steering hose blew the other day, but I got that fixed yesterday, so that's that blue hose there. That's why everything's so shiny, because it pissed out power steering fluid everywhere. So obviously power steering was bled yesterday. Exhaust, like the manifold, that's getting replaced with pacemakers when I get my tax back. I already have the pacemakers, I just have to get them installed. I've got to get new manifold studs. The Dizzy timing's been advanced to, this one's Sesame. Can't remember actually. I think it was like 25 before top dead center or something like that. I'm not too sure with all that sort of thing, but you know, I got it done at a shop. So here's a fuel rail. It's got one brand new injector because that's all I could afford. That one was this is new, but the one before that was pissing fuel everywhere. Old cars are great, aren't they? It's got new leads, new spark plugs, new air filter, but I want to put a cold air intake on it soon. my overflow. I'm just pointing out random parts of the engine and engine bay. Down there you can see my oil filter. It's a pain in the ass to get to. So like when you change the oil and oil filter, it's just like it just drips oil all down there. It's quite annoying. That's pretty much it, I think. So this is my 1987 Nissan Skyline R31 Ti. Expect to see more videos on it. I'm sorry I haven't done many videos of it. It's just my internet is that slow, I sort of don't have the patience anymore. So I'm gonna chuck in some photos at the end, and before I go, what's the point in a car video if you don't take it for a drive? So I'll set up the tripod in the back seat, we'll go for a drive back home. I'll probably end up speeding it up because it's like a 30-40 minute drive home. So yeah, there's that. So thanks for watching, and let's go for a drive. Alright, let's go. Gonna have to go slow over this because it is lowered. That lens cap's gonna get a bit annoying, I'd assume. I'm gonna leave the radio off because copyright reasons and all that sort of thing, and in case I think of something to talk about. So, what have you guys all been up to? What type of car do you drive and that sort of thing? Or if you don't have your license yet, what type of car are you going to be learning to drive in, or what type of car do you want to get as your first car? I've had this Skyline nearly a year actually, a year next month on the 14th. Central locking, by the way, it locks itself. I love Toyota drivers. They give you so much respect and so much room. Like, they don't even think they're the best drivers in the world or the king of the road. That's all sarcasm. I absolutely hate Toyota drivers. So, the air conditioning, I don't know if it works. It obviously doesn't now because it doesn't have a power steering belt because I cut that off. Oh yay, bridge. Oh yay, bumps. Bumps get me on edge, but how's that? Press through there. The air conditioning, I'd assume works. Mum used to have one of these when I was a kid. It used to be the family car, not this exact car, but the lower trim level of the GXE. We used to have one of those. The aircon didn't work for long, just ran out of gas. But Mum said that they're ice cold, and I have to take a word for it because I've been in a lot of R31s and I've driven a lot of R31s, but I've never driven any Skyline at all with a working air conditioner. So I wouldn't know what the aircon is like in these or in any Skyline. I've only driven R31s, but I've been in, as obviously, R31s, been in 4 R32s, 1 GTR, a couple R33s, and my camera's falling. I was hoping that wasn't going to happen. 1 R34 and 1 R35, not that a 35 GTR is a Skyline, but, you know. I hope that camera angle doesn't decide to shit the bed. If it does, I'm sorry. I've never done this sort of video. Oh, the tripod feels alright. Oh, bug eye Subaru. So, yeah. obviously, as you can see, like there's a lounge. That's how boring these roads are. There's a lounge. I've got to show you I have a cup holder. R31s from factory don't have cup holders because I believe Japanese don't drink and drive. Like, if they have any alcohol at all, they'll lose their license. Where am I? But as we all know, Japanese or just Asians in general, they love to smoke. Hence why the car has like 6 ashtrays. Got one there as well. So the car might go a bit into the specs. As I said before, it's got a 4-speed Jatco transmission, obviously automatic. I will be converting it to manual one day. Camera, don't fall over please. It's like I have to hold the tripod leg. It's got a RB30E, so it's single overhead cam, electronic fuel injection. Hence what the E means, or stands for. It's 3 litre straight 6, obviously. From the factory, according to R31 forums and Wikipedia, please don't bottom out. It's got 114 kilowatts at the crank, so probably 100 kilowatts at the wheels from factory. I'm yet to get this dynoed, but I'm going to get a dynoed soon. $50 for 3 runs, just for baseline power level. I'm going to assume, I will record, going to assume 85 to 90 kilowatts at the wheels when I get a dynoed. So there's that. Slightly lost. I should probably slow down and give way, actually, for reasons like that, so I don't get T-boned. Actually, let's just turn until I know where I am now. I recognise this street. I would just go straight, but there's some twisties up this way, so let's go this way. Twisties with a unstable camera. This is going to be fun. If you don't know what twisties are, I guess it's sort of like driving in the canyons, but it's residential. This is actually one of my mates. He's got an R32, lives on this street. Well, R32 Skyline, not Golf. That said, if he had a Golf, that'd be pretty cool. But I'm not going to show you where he lives, obviously. I'm just going to say this street. Nice hat. Okay. Alright. Didn't know a Outlander would have that much power. Yeah, sorry, I just got distracted from something. What were we talking about? Oh, the specs of the car or something, wasn't it? So, yeah, we were talking about the engine, hey. So, as I said, 114 at the crank. You've already heard that. It's got power steering, an air conditioner. What would work if I had gas and a belt. I do have a belt, but I don't have gas, and the belt isn't installed. It's winter right now, so all I care about is the heater. And why is there a duck on the road? Come on. Okay. There was a duck on the road. I will be getting the aircon re-gassed for comfort purposes, probably in October, November, December sort of time. For obvious reasons, this is Australia. It gets extremely hot. I think the hottest it's been that I can remember is probably about 47 degrees Celsius, which is fucking hot. There's no other way to describe it. Fucking hot is the way to go. So obviously I'm going to need the air conditioner. Last summer I lived with the windows open and the car stunk of sweat, especially at that time being a mechanic. After work, getting in a hot car was been sitting in the sun all day after working on hot cars all day. That wasn't an enjoyable time. There are aftermarket headlights. So yeah, the car's not too loud. It's a little bit drony. When you just like on and off the throttle, it's fine. On the freeway, I'm only legally allowed to do 90 k's on the freeway, which if I go over, I lose my license. So Australian laws are brilliant. And doing 90 k's on a freeway where everybody else is doing 130, that's extremely dangerous, in my opinion. So whoever makes the laws in New South Wales and just Australia in general, wake up to yourself. I know the speed limit for a fully licensed driver is 110 on the freeway, but absolutely nobody, and I mean nobody, does 110. I do 90, obviously, because I don't want to lose my license. And one speeding fine for a red P-plater is loss of license for 3 to 6 months. So yeah, they're quite strict. And then modified cars is also quite strict. So, yeah. I have been pulled over a couple of times. Once was RBT and RDT, which is random breath and drug testing. Just on the side of the road, they had a pass, they said, come in, blah blah blah. Obviously I was fine because I don't drink and I don't do drugs. Which is, for somebody of this area, this town where I'm living, somebody my age does not drink and or do drugs is crazy. Like, every second person my age is off their face. Like, I'm not even joking, that's no exaggeration. My school, there's a school. Ooh. Sorry, I like old cars. My school, what I used to go to, there's a missing juke. Everybody sold drugs. Everybody did drugs on R34's not. Oh, there's an R33 up there. Sorry. Yeah, everybody did drugs. Everybody got drunk on the weekends, and there was just me. And I was like, my weekends when I was at school consisted of sitting on my ass on the computer all day watching YouTube. So yeah, that's that. Hello, P-plater Commodore. Do a sick you know now. Yeah, some may say I have a boring life. I tend to agree at times. But then again, I own my own car. I own my dream car. Not even joking, guys. An R31 Skyline, as basic and boring as it is, has been my dream car for years. And when I say years, when some of you into cars may remember sitting in bed at night, this may hurt. It didn't hurt as bad as it was. Sitting in bed at night, laying in bed at night, whatever, just laying back thinking, my dream car is a Lamborghini, my dream car is a Ferrari, whatever. Me, on the other hand, I used to lay in bed at night, imagine myself older, like my age now, which is 17, driving around in my dream car, which was an R31 Skyline. And people often ask me, what's your dream car? Like, your Skyline's alright and all, but what's your dream car? And I was like, I drive it. And they're like, your dream car's an R31? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, wow, okay. Because R31s aren't very well respected, believe it or not. R32s, 3s, 4s, everyone loves them. But let's exclude the R31. My favourite R-chassis Skyline would have to be the R32 GTR. And if you just look at the R32 GTR, you'll understand why. It looks fucking amazing. And next to that would probably be the R34 in Bayside Blue. I may sound like a typical kid saying that, have a video of it on the dyno at Motor X last year. That colour, that car, that everything's it's amazing. Burn it. So, yeah. And I'm getting sidetracked at what I was meant to be talking about, which was the specs of this car, and then going off rambling, not ranting, about whatever. Let's get back on topic. So, the top speed of this car, I actually don't know. I can't turn the blinker back on. Fuck. Yay for traffic. Top speed of this car, according to the speedo, is... oh, that's a Mercedes, I won't mess with them. 200 k's on the speedo. But I don't know what the actual top speed is. Hurry up! Okay, you're a Commodore, I'll go now. Best thing about an automatic, you can hold the camera behind you. And the speed limit's 40. Great. Great works. He says speed limit is 40, does 60. I'm just letting the car roll up a hill right now to slow down because I couldn't be bothered hitting the brakes. I do that sometimes. So yeah, what was I saying? I should probably get in the right lane actually. That's not the lane I want to be in. Wasn't paying attention. So, the fastest I've ever heard of an R31 NA bone stock getting up to is 185. I don't know from experience. Please don't be a cop. Good, you're not a cop. Wow, this dude is right up my ass. I don't know if you can see him in the mirror. Oh, he's backing off now. Yeah, he was right up my ass, this guy in the red Volkswagen. Sorry man, I'm doing the speed limit. Please accept my apology. I hate drives like that. Like, there's clearly roadworks. It's the middle of the day. Look at the speed. Yeah, the car's not that quick. But, it's quick enough for what I need. I don't know why I'm saying that, because I am making it faster when I get the money, obviously. I'm going to try and let go of the camera and see how we go. And he's coming back on my ass again. Drivers like that, they do my head in. Mate, you should be in a Toyota. So, this car's been extremely reliable for me. In the last year, I've done... how many Ks? 294, nearly 290. We're going to tick over to 295 on the way home. Just saying. Chevy truck. Yeah, the car's been fairly reliable. I haven't had many issues. The only issues I have had is wear and tear things like the injectors. They usually die at about 250,000 Ks. They died for me at about, I think it was 293,000. So I'm not complaining. That said, $500 with $500 or $600 with 6 new injectors does quite hurt the rear pocket. But thankfully I found a wreck. My mate is actually wrecking his R31, and I took the fuel rail and injectors out of that, which I explained before. I'm really thirsty. Yeah, this guy, not even going to block out his number plate if you guys can see it. Or if you're American, license plate. So yeah, you guys can see that. Here's the guy who was riding on my ass in a driving fashion. Brakes, they need to be done. The rear pads are gone pretty much. Thankfully, I don't have to re-register the car till next March, so I should have my new brakes by then. And Really? Come on! Turn! Yeah, so I'll be upgrading my brakes, and I'm going to be getting steel hell-braided brake lines to replace my factory rubber ones. Obvious reasons, like not just performance, but they're harder to break. What lane do you want to be in? Oh, hey Cameron, how you going, mate? You can go back there, maybe. I really should have, I don't know if you guys have heard of the YouTube channel Godzilla. He's an American dude with an R32 GTR. He actually put his tripod and whatnot in the back, on the back seat, with the seatbelts around it. And I was going to do that, but I thought, that requires effort. And sometimes you should just put the effort in. So yeah, this is traffic. It's fantastic, I love traffic. Stop, start, waste of fuel. And we've got a red light. I am hoping to see some more Skylines out for you guys, but I can't control that. I really would like to see an R34. R34s, like GTs, GTTs, that sort of thing, they're not that special for me because I see them so often. But I know I have American viewers who would cream their pants if they saw an R34, which I can understand. I would much prefer to see an R32, whether it be a GTR, GTS or GTST. This R32s, just like, yes. And R33s, they don't really do anything for me. I like them, but they're so common. Like, they're more common than a R31. Not that R31s are really that common anymore. But we don't want to change lanes like that. Oh, for Christ's sake. Yeah, traffic lights. So yeah, back to the things I've had to do to the car. Injectors was one, new tyres. Hurry up. As you would have seen in one of my previous videos, power antenna. Had to detail it. I clay barred it yesterday, washed and waxed. Probably could have polished it. That wouldn't have hurt. Oh, Cressida. What's that MK73? Smoke, what's that from? There's a crashed car. Is that a Kia Rio or something? Oh, we've ticked over to 295. I wonder if that was on camera. He's well burnout. New steering wheel, obviously, drift spec. It's just a Super Jeep Auto one with a Boss kit. My old one was all gross and falling apart, so that's why I decided to do this one in January. Got it installed on Australia Day, actually. My mate with a VL Turbo installed it for me because I didn't have the right size socket. Well, I did, but it was broken. So, there's that. I had to replace the rear shocks. That didn't cost me a cent, but I'm not even joking. Front shocks, rear shocks with king springs, usually about $1,000 worth of stuff. I paid zero, like legit nothing at all for them, which is quite good. That's what you get for being friends with people in the car scene. Are they brand new? No, but the rear ones aren't. They're re-gassed. With king springs, of course. I probably should have gotten in the right lane because this lane's going to close soon. Exhaust noises. like people like that. Usually SUV drivers are jackasses, but in the case of the Pajero behind me, he let me in, so thank you, sir. Common courtesy of the road, you can't go wrong with it. Wow, what's with all the traffic? This is going to be quite a long video, so if you guys are going to stick through to the end, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so I did say before, I was talking about the oil I put in. Look at the service sticker. 20W60. Factory spec is 20W50 from Nissan, but I put 60 in it as it is an old car. That guy there in the Hyundai Getz, also red P plater just like me. So yeah, I'm not the only one. Yeah, they're unfashionable. Yeah, they earn you disrespect on the road. I'm surrounded by Pajeros, one in front, one behind. Wow. Yeah. I'm trying to think, what else have I done with the car than what I've already said? Exhaust, as I said. I do have an exhaust. Oh, Mitsubishi Magnum. Nice. I think they're twin turbo, I believe. Yeah, so exhaust, I need to get my new extractors and studs, then I want to get 2¼ inch cat back exhaust with a hot dog and a 100 cell high flow cat. High flow cats, there's a Porsche on that truck. High flow cats on eBay, they range from probably 70 to 120 bucks, which is good, questionable quality. Typical P plater in their Falcon with their blacked out tail lights, that's illegal. Looks good, but illegal. That's a GTIR. No, it's not. I'm blind. The speed limit's 80, right? I'm in the fast lane and I can't do 80 because the person in front of me is like mentally retarded. Like, yeah, given they're driving a Ford Territory, which is an excuse, not a reasonable excuse. They finally caught up to speed. But yeah, they're driving a Ford Territory. This is a TI, as I've said many times. So it's a luxury model, so it's got extremely comfortable seats, and it would have had comfortable suspension if I left it stock. But, you know, hashtag JDM life. Skylines. Unfortunately, I think it's all going to be fairly modern A to B sort of cars today. I did see a couple Skylines going into wherever it was I was filming, but it seems on the way back when I'm filming the drive, not so much. That was a Harley. Now the car does need sway bar bushes, link pins, outer tie rod ends, and lower control arm ball joints. Other than that, it's fine. I would like to, I know I just lowered it, but I'd like to get different springs, probably petters. Just have it a bit lower and a bit different. King springs are good, but Petters are better, in my opinion. That said, I haven't driven a car with Petters springs, I don't think. I've driven many cars.